All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, Terence Crawford provides an update on the Errol Spence Jr. negotiations. Says something that sounded like a Freudian slip to me, but let's talk about what he said in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be once again, and we're going to be here till this gets done, in the 147-pound division, talking about an update that came from Terence Crawford on the Errol Spence Jr. fight negotiations. Now, before I get into that, though, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are a supporter of the channel, longtime supporter of the channel, or a recent supporter of the channel, thank you so much for continuing to chop it up with boxing with me. Thank you for supporting in the live streams that we do and in the videos that we do on a daily basis. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. We really do have very good boxing conversations that go on the channel. So definitely hit that subscribe button and be part of the community. All right, so Terence Crawford, the WBO welterweight champion of the world, is in Dallas, Texas, the hometown of Errol Spence Jr., for a fight that is taking place this weekend between Maurice Hooker, I do believe, is fighting on the undercard of the Virgil Ortiz fight. Now, during the preparation for this fight, he was interviewed. The fight, I do believe it's Fight Hub that you can see the interview on. Great channel, just like Fight Hype. Bring a lot of really good videographer, a lot of good, like quick interviews out there. Terence Crawford was asked about the upcoming fight, or the fight that we all hope to see against Errol Spence Jr. for the undisputed champion, welterweight championship of the world. As we know and previously stated, Terence Crawford holds the WBO belt. Errol Spence Jr., who is in Dallas, Texas, holds the WBC, the WBA, and the IBF belt. So Terence Crawford was asked, what's going on with the fight with Errol Spence Jr. And his first take, I gotta tell you, man, when I first heard him talk, the first thing that he said, I was like, oh no. Because what he said was, look, yeah, that's a really good fight to make. I'm excited about that fight. We're working on it, and I think we can get that fight down the line. He said down the line multiple times, right? And then he corrected himself. I mean, no, not down the line. I mean, very, very soon, like real soon. We're working to get it done. We want to get you guys that fight real soon. Man, let me tell you, dude, when he said down the line, my heart dropped, because that is honestly what it's looking like the fight is going to be, down the line. Now, Steven Espinoza from Showtime said that he believes that there's a 50-50 chance, or greater than 50-50 chance, that the fight can be made this year, right? You have Derek James, who just recently was talking about the fight. In the midst of talking about it, said something to the effect of, look, people are not going to break the bank to make the Terence Crawford fight. So when Terence Crawford, the first words out of his mouth is, yeah, we're looking to get that fight down the line, man, it makes it sound like, even if he corrects it, like, I understand, like, because one of the reasons that he could correct it is that he could be like, man, I just made it sound like I don't want the fight. Right? When you say, yeah, I'm going to do that down the line, I'm looking for that off somewhere in the future, that is about as weak a response to the question as far as commitment, not calling Terence Crawford a weak person, just saying a weak of a response or a commitment to it, as you had when, as Steven Espinoza said, that there was a greater than 50-50 chance that it'll happen this year. Terence Crawford, it seems to me, is being stubborn in this negotiation, and he again says, we're working on it. Right now, as you know, this is August, right? So what months do we have left? We have all of August, because this is August 3rd. August, September, October, November, December, right? more than likely this fight is not going to take place in December, right? But it could take place in December. However, November is the dates that they usually have those fights in. Well, but let's say November or December. We are 5 months out from that. You have a month to sew up whatever issue it is before you're actually in the time frame where people are going to basically start camp, because you have some people have 12-week camps. 12-week camps are 3 months, right? So before you actually go into camp, you're going to have a month or so of promotions, right? Of going to different cities, traveling to promote the fight. They're not going to just wait all the way up until it's done and then make it for this year. His response to me, again, like I said, sounded like a Freudian slip to me, where he's saying he's non-committal on when this fight's going to happen. Even changing it. And by the way, let me tell you what I mean by Freudian slip. Freudian slip is where you actually say something that you mean and you did not intend to do it. That's what a Freudian slip is. When somebody asks you something and just inadvertently, you just answer the question honestly when otherwise you would not have. So in this case, he says, yeah, I want that road down, down the line. Yeah, like we're looking at a fight. There's a great fight. Looks like it'll be made down the line. That's the first thing that he said. And then he cleaned it up and said, no, not down the line. I mean, real soon. Well, look, man, what's the difference? What does real soon mean? Does real soon mean this year? Whatever the case is, I am definitely with a lot of people that say, honestly, let me be clear. I'm not sick of talking about it. That's not how I roll. I'll talk about any boxing subject that really doesn't make me a difference, especially since I've been a boxing fan for so long, and there's in all of these great fights. All of these great fights you wait forever for. And it's been that way for a long time. Waited forever. Really did wait a long time for Errol, for Oscar De La Hoya, Tito Trinidad. Waited forever for Roy Jones Jr., Roy Jones Jr. versus Bernard Hopkins 2. Waited forever for, obviously, Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao. Still waiting on a Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. You just really do wind up waiting a long time for these fights because for whatever reason. So I don't mind talking about it, but I really would say, look, if the fight is not going to happen this year, man, set some type of deadline for this fight to get negotiated for this year. And if not, man, push it to next year and get a fight for Errol Spence Jr. against whomever. Get a fight with Terence Crawford with whomever, so we can see these great champions fight one more time if we have to before that fight is actually made. I just want to see it, man. I want to see it, but at the same time, I just want to see these guys. If they can't get it done, just do something so we know what it is. And that way we know, all right, who's Errol going to fight next? Who's Terrence going to fight next? Maybe these guys can fight around the same time and add more hype for the fight that could get done in maybe, April, May, or June of next year, whatever it can possibly be. But not very reassuring statement out of Terence Crawford, even though Terence Crawford was seeming like he tried to be encouraging. But when he made that slip and he said down the line, it just makes me wonder, man, why would you say down the line? That seems to me to be something that you're like, yeah, well, if we get it done, if we don't get it done, whatever, down the line, I'm sure it'll happen. I'm not really that pressed. And if that's the case, then it would explain why the monetary issues are there, why Stephen Espinosa is saying 50-50 that it'll happen this year, or greater than 50-50. But I've said this in multiple videos. When you say greater than 50-50, dude, that is mighty close. It's going to be somewhere closer to 50-50 than it is to 90-10 when you say that. So anyway, that's my take on the matter. That's the update from Terence Crawford. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.